inside the noise, I can feel you. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart,
good morning, my loves. I hope that your Wednesday is going really, really well and you're having a good week so far. So I just wanted, to pop in and everything like that. Today is a little bit of, I feel like, a recovery day. So as you probably saw from the title of this video, I had a really scary situation happen yesterday, and I just wanted, I typically, honestly, on social media, I really don't, I feel like I kind of have shied away from like sharing, more like intense stories, or kind of, I tend to keep personal things that have happened to me more to myself. But I feel like that's actually a more disservice, because it's like, I know that so many of you have have gone through situations similar to this. Or if you ever find yourself in this situation, like, I want to share, what I did, because I do feel like I'm so honestly grateful to God of like guardian angel moment here, because it was a very scary situation. So let's just dive into the story. And God forbid this ever happens to any of you, at least like I want to be like part of the conversation of like how to keep yourself safe and what to do in if something ever happens like this. Obviously we're putting out the good vibes and it never will. Like yesterday, I started off just doing, like, I got up early, I just did work, and then I was like, I want a coffee. So I was like, let me just go to Starbucks drive-thru and I'll go grab a coffee. So, I'm taking my normal route down a street that's called La Brea in Los Angeles. So I'm going down, and then basically this street kind of like does like a big like curve in it. And I was in the far left lane, since the Starbucks I was going to is on the left. So I was curving around, and all of a sudden I start hearing, and mind you, I'm actually on like my Bluetooth phone. So I wasn't like distracted driving. I wasn't like on my actual cell phone, but I was on my Bluetooth with my mom this whole time. So as I'm going, we're just like chatting about, whatever. And then all of a sudden I just start hearing just like honking over and over and over and over again. And it's coming from behind me, that I could tell. And I was like, did I like swerve? Did I, I hadn't changed lanes. So I knew I didn't cut anyone off, but I was just like, I was just like, this is just such a weird thing. And I was like, are they even honking at me? But it felt like it was for me. So I was looking at my rear view, and it was coming from a white van, like 2 cars behind me, and they were just honking. And I was like, this is very bizarre. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to turn into Starbucks, and hopefully like that'll be the end of this. Because I was like, nothing happened where they would just start honking at me at all. So so basically there's like a turn lane into Starbucks, and then in front of that there's a light, there's like a middle turn lane, and then there's a light a few feet in front with an actual turn lane to like turn left onto another street. So I pull into the Starbucks had 2 entrances. So I pull into the second entrance, and I'm getting ready to turn, and then this guy, he was in a white van with like pretty tinted windows. So he pulls basically in front, like he pulls in front of me, but like into the actual like turning area at the light, doesn't go all the way, and just looks out of the car at me with like the most just like nasty, aggressive look. But he wasn't like gesturing, flipping me off. He didn't do anything like that. He was just staring at me like with just like the nastiest aggressive look. And it was like this middle-aged big man, and I'm like, what is going on? So I just kind of looked like very confused. I didn't know like why this was happening. Like, I literally have no idea what the catalyst was. I hadn't seen this car. Like, I have literally no idea. So I just like stare in confusion for a couple seconds. So then I proceeded to just turn left into Starbucks, because he was already like in front of me, since I had like slowed down to try to get away from him. He then proceeds to make like a swooping turn into the Starbucks after me. And like, when I saw that, I was like, oh hell no. So, because I knew he was like following me, like I had no idea why, but I knew that he was. And this wasn't like someone trying to tell you, your brake light's out, or like something is hanging out your your door. This was like deliberate and aggressive, and it was just very disheartening. So I literally, when I see him do this, I literally peel out of Starbucks because there were 2 entrances to it. Thank God. So I literally peel out of that parking lot and take a right back onto the street that I came from. And he does the same thing. He is at this point like severe, like chasing me aggressively. So he is coming up behind my car, and we get to this stoplight where it's like on the left hand side it's an actual stoplight, and then but on the right there's, you can make a right turn, and there was a stop sign, but you can make a right turn onto a street called Highland. So I just like, so since there was no one in that turn lane, I just honestly take a turn. I didn't really stop at the stop sign. Like, I obviously made sure no one was coming, but I was trying to get away from him. So I do that, and he does the exact same thing. He just continues to pursue me. So now we're on a little bit more of like a side street area for a little while, and then we pull up to another stop sign, and then there's a car in front. There's a car at the stop sign right then. So and they thank God we're the only people at this stop sign. So it's their car at the stop sign, then my car behind him, and then he just proceeds, my car behind them. He just proceeds to come up with his car, come into the oncoming lane of traffic, and tries to box my car in so I couldn't move forward. Like, so I literally physically could not move my car forward. And like literally, thankfully, like, this is what I mean when guardian angels, like, I'm so grateful, because I'm like, I have no idea what this man was going to do. Clearly he was going to get out of his car. I don't know if there was someone else in the car, if like, I have no idea what their intentions were. I just know that it was not good because they were driving so aggressively. So thankfully the car in front of me goes, and I have just enough room to literally just like gun it away from his car. So I take another right. They're still pursuing me. You know, he, like, all I could see with this man, I was trying to look back enough, but then at this point I actually get off the phone with my mom and I call 911, because she was like, you know, go to a police station, go to something like that. And like, honestly, I think that that's a really good idea to do that. However, like, this person was being so aggressive and erratic, like, I wouldn't want to get out of the vehicle unless like there was like someone there, like outside waiting for me situation. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable getting out without like another person, like another like authority figure that was there. So I'm on the phone with 911, and I'm like, I call them and I'm like, someone is chasing my car. I don't know what to do. You know, like, and I at this time was trying to keep as calm as possible. Like, hell no was I going to stop the car and talk to this person. Clearly they did not have good intentions, but you know, I was just like, you know, they're chasing me. They're like, is it road rage? I'm like, clearly they're very angry, but I have no idea why this happened. Like, I didn't have any kind of interaction with them, you know, in my, like, to ever have this kind of situation happen. So and then thankfully, like, I was going through lights, and obviously I was going faster. I was trying not to go so fast to like obviously be reckless or in danger, but I did. So basically I was like able to get through a green light, and I was going quite a bit faster than I think his car was able to. So I get through a green light, and then it turns to yellow and red, and like thankfully there was a ton of traffic, so he could not run that red light to follow me. So all the traffic blocked him off, and then I was able to kind of like weave through, like, I'd slow down, I just weaved through a few neighborhoods, like took some weird routes, so you just could not easily follow me. And yeah, and then like by that time I lost him, and then 911 was just like, if he comes back, like, you know, call us back. But I was able to lose him. But let me tell you, like, literally thank God, because I have no idea what this person's intentions were. They were clearly not good, and it was terrifying. And as you know, as everyone needs to be aware of their personal safety, but especially as women, these things are so scary when they happen. And it's like, there's no way I could, like, you know, take on this guy or fight him. You don't know if someone has a weapon or anything. So I'm definitely going to be investing in some, like, there are some really cool, like, protective keychains that have pepper spray. And yeah, you know, this was a really, really just like a wake-up call to just always be aware of your surroundings. And also just when you have an intuition about something, or you know something isn't right, to listen to it and to try to, you know, if a situation, God forbid, ever happens like that, to try to just remain as calm as possible. Like, truly, I had like a breakdown afterward. I was like shaking. I mean, one time when I was growing up in New Mexico, I actually got like assaulted in my car. Basically, someone came up to my car and like opened my car door and like assaulted me, and it was like a woman who definitely was on drugs at that point. But that was even a woman that did that. This was like this was just another like level. And I've been followed in a car before. I've never been like aggressively chased like that. So it was quite a situation. Today I am just trying, you know, yesterday I was definitely just like really upset, really having a hard time, because obviously I've talked about I have, you know, anxiety, and that was like a really big trigger. To have your personal safety in question is such a trigger for me. And yeah, it was a lot. But you know, today I just woke up and I was like, I don't want to continue giving this more power. I've also talked about it a bunch, and like I said, usually I don't share as much of stuff like this because I don't ever want it to come off as like, I don't know, like exploitative or anything like that. But I'm like, I don't know, I'm done with that. It's like this is helping me process, and I've been so grateful to receive so much support from like my friends, my family, and then obviously my friends and family online as well. Like, I'm just incredibly, incredibly grateful. And this is just, yeah, a tale that if you ever feel like you're being, you know, chased or anything, don't engage with it. You know, call someone safe, call 911, do something to protect your personal safety, because that matters so much. So yeah, so today I'm just trying to, you know, kind of do good self-care things, get work done, just kind of get back into my groove of everything. I got up and dressed and ready, made my bed with Graham. And yeah, and like I think I'm gonna do a little treat yourself to some sushi today. I got like a consolation plant for myself yesterday. I was like, this is what I do to deal with my anxieties. I buy plants. Like, that's something. But yeah, but I'll take you babes, you know, kind of around with me. We're also gonna make some focaccia bread later tonight, so that'll be a fun little situation we can have together. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to share this story today. It's definitely still on my mind, but feeling and doing a lot better than yesterday. A trek to get sushi at my favorite little like Japanese market store. It is the best, so I'm gonna take you guys in here, see what it looks like, and then I'll show you what I get afterward. Yay, sorry, they're doing some form of construction out there, but here is our little haul from our store. So first I'll start with dessert first, these lychee candies. They're so good. They're little hard candies. I totally had one in the car, so good. Then I got some Pocky, just, you know, a little fun snack grab, and I like to share these. And then I got 2 nattos. Guys, I'm obsessed with natto. They are fermented soybeans and they're so good. So I got 2 packages of those. I'll show you one breakfast that I make with them. Definitely an acquired taste, but they're so good and they're really, really healthy, and also good for your gut health. We love that here. Then I got a little musubi roll, just some pickled vegetable sushi for me. These are all vegan and just super yummy. And then for Graham, I got him just some like normal California roll covered in little fish eggs. They're spicy, they're Masago. Yum. Oh my God, Rem. What a fiend. Are you a fiend? You are. Hello. And then last but not least, I got this really yummy little sandwich. These are like little tea sandwiches, and it's just egg salad. So just a little of my favorites from our favorite market. Okay, so as promised, here is our focaccia bread. This is gonna be the first time of us making this, but I put olive oil on top of it, and then some goat cheese to bake into the bread, and then rosemary and just salt. So we're gonna pop this in the oven, and I'll leave the recipe that I followed down below. So here is our result. It smells so good. I'm gonna cut up a couple pieces of it so we can try it out. All right, it's hot. We're gonna do a little taste test.
Oh,
cheers.
It looks so good. It smells so good too.
How do you feel? Yeah. Oh, good. Very sourdoughy. 10 out of 10. Thank you, babe, so much for hanging out with me today. I know that today's video was a little bit more serious, so still try to put a couple fun elements in there. But yeah, I'll see you babes on Friday. It would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up for support. We love that here. But I'll see you babes on Friday. Mwah. Bye.